Whew, Mac, I'm glad you're here. It's a messy scene with a lot going on, but I'll let you draw your own conclusions after you look around a bit.
Interesting logo. Looks like a small piece of synthetic fabric of some kind. No time like the present to collect this blood sample. If it was foul play, it may not be all his. I better take photos of everything unusual before they clean up this mess.
Something for your photo album?
We'll need all the king's men on this Humpty Dumpty. You were right about the mess. What do you make of it?
Lethal dose of gravity meets pavement. Don't know quite what to make of the guy in his PJs. Considering the mess, it was obviously quite a fall, but this guy's missing the MO of a jumper. The skyscraper's huge. 25,000 folks a day walk in and out of the lobby alone, not to mention the parking entrances.
The building has shops and restaurants, but no hotels or any place to sleep. Unless you're gonna sleep under the boss's desk.
Yeah, it beats me why he's dressed like he just hopped out of bed. I don't know, I'm confused. Makes for one hell of a weird jumper costume. You don't get such messy corpses unless they fall a long way. This guy hit with speed. Must have started from one of the upper floors. The observation deck, though, it's locked tight. Thing about jumpers, they leap from no higher than the 20th story or so.
It's always gotta be a deadly but short fall in case you change your mind halfway down.
People who jump from buildings usually want an audience, mainly because they want somebody to stop them. At this hour, though, the business district's a ghost town. Nobody saw him up there. Take a look at the pads of his fingers. See how they're torn? We call skin tears like that flappers. Definitely looks like he was holding on for dear life.
In that case, might be a window somewhere up there with blood stains, matching those skin tears.
Probably. Problem is, you'll have to figure out a way to narrow down which floor yourself. We don't have the manpower to search 100 stories with that many windows. I didn't know what to make of it either. It's some sort of ultralight fabric. Found it right next to the body. I'd guess that he was holding it as he fell.
Might be pretty important to the guy. The distinctive logo might mean something.
The watch commander for the building is out. Do me a favor. Check with his assistant, see if they recognize the Vic. Those fingers are torn so badly, no way you'll get a clean print. Good luck.
Looks like there's something... Guess I need to figure this out to log in. Obviously a big basketball fan.
Hey, you can't just barge in here.
Sorry about that, but I'm Detective Mac Taylor, Crime Lab. Are you the security officer who works this desk?
Well, my supervisor was, but I covered for him. I've been in the back trying to log onto my computer.
You're having a problem logging on?
Yeah, the supervisor just quit. And as his parting shot, he locked everybody out of the computer. I thought we were stuck until tomorrow. The detective says you want me to identify someone, but I don't know. I mean, you have any idea how big this place is? Oh, you must have that detective voodoo. I've been trying to crack that thing all day. Should have figured it had something to do with basketball. Yeah, I said his name was Flack, from Homicide. Said somebody'd be around to ask me questions. Guess that's you, right? So, can we get to it though? Because I got like a lot of cameras to monitor. Sheer size. You know, this skyscraper's a modern wonder. Thousands of people traipse through that entrance every day. They go to 102 floors on 72 elevators. So if you're looking for just one face and all that...
It's the proverbial needle in a haystack.
Yeah, our only saving grace is that we have cameras all over this thing. We have a system that helps us organize it all. I use it to watch everything that goes on here, even when I'm not here.
What I'm about to show you is pretty ugly, but I'm only showing you the victim's face, because I need an ID. You ready?
Whoa! Don't think I've ever seen him before. Not on our security board, at least. He's definitely not building admin staff. I know everybody there. Oh yeah. Homeland Security gave us some sort of facial recog software.
Meaning, your computer can compare the victim's face against your old security tapes. See if he's walked through the doors?
Exactly. Uses something called eigenvalues, whatever those are. Hey, give it a try. If you want to see if your victim came through here, first you gotta enter his info into the system. Select different parts of the face to make an exact match of the guy you're looking for. Computer will do the rest. Now, it's gonna take a while to search all the security video. I'll let you know if we locate your victim.
Thanks for your time. We'll be in touch if we need anything else.
Mac, there you are. We processed the crime scene and sent the body to the morgue.
Thanks, Don. I'm heading over there now.
Gotta tell you, Mac, I've seen over 100 falls in my time, but look at this guy. Fractures are expected, but...
It looks like his entire skeleton shattered. Something's clearly not right here.
I've done a computed tomography scan to get a detailed x-ray of his body. I want to see what happened inside this man's body on impact. I was just comparing the victim's abdominal x-ray against a normal one. Check out the differences. Use the magnifying glass to examine the surface of the skin. Keep an eye out for scars, wounds, or any abnormalities. Exactly my findings as well. Those needle marks are unusual.
Yeah, too uniform for a junkie. They don't care what vein they hit, just as long as they get a main line.
I'd venture to say the needle marks are professional. Either the victim's a doctor or he knows someone who is, which seems to go hand in hand with those two strange incisions we found on the victim's back.
Precise, clean. But if it was surgical, wouldn't there be stitches?
Not these days. Surgical glue is becoming more and more popular, though a fall like that would split the incisions open again. Now, that tattoo, you ever see anything like it?
Not the exact design, but the inks, yeah. UV sensitive, big in the high-end club scene, very tricky to work with. No more than a few parlors use this stuff.
The chemical composition of the ink appears to be unique. Maybe you can track down the tattoo artist. While you're doing that, I'll do a scraping of his nails to see if we can get any DNA. If we get lucky, we'll have a sample to compare to any suspects. Now take a closer look at the bones in his hands and wrist. See how they compare with the normal x-ray? All his other x-rays showed the same thing. The guy's like a bag of glass. His bones shouldn't be shattered this extensively.
What about brittle bone disease, where the bones are incredibly fragile? Maybe it's that?
I'd say yes, but his physique doesn't square with that diagnosis. He's muscular, built like a horse. The disease would prevent him from performing strenuous exercise. Let's examine him some more.
Hey, Adam, what do you have for me?
Mac, just the guy I was looking for. I started processing the evidence from your jumper.
Anything good?
Not sure yet. You can check the monitors for anything you need to know.
Adam.
Ready to do some needle pointing? I've set up some gels and the most likely instruments that made the puncture wound. See if you can determine which needle made the puncture on his leg. Good work. A 16-gauge needle is definitely what we're looking for. So, I started to look into the UV tattoo you found. There are too many parlors in the city for a blind search, but we were able to narrow down the chemical source of the UV ink used. From that, we got a list of the most recent shipments. Maybe you could help me see if there's a match. Nice eye. Odds are pretty good that the Vic got his glow-in-the-dark dragon at hot points. Let me know what the place is like. I might just want to get some ink.
I'll be sure to get you a brochure.
Now, to determine what was used to make those incisions on the victim's back, we need to use these sample instruments to see if an identical incision can be made. That's the exact blade, all right. No question, it's a surgeon's scalpel.
Hypodermic needles and a surgeon's scalpel. What was this guy into?
So what? He escaped from the hospital, hides out in the Empire State Building, and then nosedives out a window? Whew, I can think of 1,000 better ways to spend my weekend.